Hello everyone, Captain JJB84, and with me...
Crooner 500!
Yeah, Crooner 500's here. The Ides of March. Julius Caesar! No. Yeah, the title of this refers to,
The assassination of Julius Caesar.
Though there's not much assassination. There is death in this movie, but there's no assassination. So yeah, this is a political drama, written, directed, produced, and starring George Clooney. Yeah, George Clooney does a lot for this movie, but this I find surprising. He's in a supporting role, but a very small supporting role. I mean, Paul Giamatti's in the movie more than him. I think this is all just a made-up story. There's no, like, this isn't, like, based on events or anything. It's just a made-up story George Clooney wrote himself, which is interesting. And Ryan Gosling is securing his place for the Oscars this year. But, I think, I can't think of too many political dramas out there. But, I'd say for what it is, I think it's pretty good. What would you say, Ryan?
It's a good movie. It's like the third major movie of Ryan Gosling, and because this year he did a comedy and an action film, so it's sort of like his first major drama film.
Well, Drive is a bit of a drama, but I still...
No, they consider it an action. It's just that it's a different kind of action story.
Action drama, whatever. But yeah, so this movie goes into detail how dirty American politics can be and some of the people involved. I do not understand the American political system. I mean, yeah, it's a simple system, but there was just stuff in here I'm going like, what?
It's because if you remember from 2008 how they're trying to figure out who's going to be the presidential candidate for the Democrats. It's sort of like that.
Yeah, except
it is in Ohio, but it's no Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton.
It's
John
a guy named Morris and a guy named Pullman.
Yeah, Mike Harris.
Mike Harris and
Ryan Gosling is playing Stephen Myers, who's the junior campaign.
Hey Ryan.
Manager.
Stephanie Myers. I see where we did that. But yeah, I think it's good. Ryan Gosling is fantastic in it, I think. What's it about? Essentially, George Clooney wants to run for president, and it's kind of what's he running for? Senator or? Because he's a governor.
In American, he was the former governor of Pennsylvania, but he's trying to secure the Democratic nomination so he can run for president.
Yeah, so
Ohio is one of those key states.
Isn't like North Carolina one of them as well? They were talking
No,
about.
after Ohio, they're going to go. They're going to try and win the nomination in North Carolina.
Yeah, something to do with some guy named Thompson. Oh yeah, Thompson was the senator. They needed him or something. Yeah,
Senator Thompson was the senator which he needed to win to win Ohio. But what goes down to the plot is that George Clooney is running against he's running against Senator
Pullman.
Yeah, who is played by Michael Mantle.
I don't know who he is. Okay, but that's essentially the outer plot. Now let's get to the inner plot, which focuses on Ryan Gosling and Evan Rachel Wood. Evan Rachel Wood's story is that
she's an intern.
Yeah, she's an intern working for George Clooney. And this I found confusing to follow, but it was all put together at one point. Essentially, she had an affair with George Clooney, and she became pregnant and needed money for an abortion. Then got close to Ryan Gosling. They started to bang. And then Ryan Gosling figured this all out, and he realizes, God damn it, George Clooney's an asshole, or
a cheater.
A cheater.
A cheating, lying.
Yeah, because she is just pretty much a dirtbag. And then essentially he figures, oh shit, what am I going to do? So he gets out a bunch of money. So the character's name is Molly. So Molly can have an abortion, and then it all goes horribly wrong because then she gets prescription drugs, and then an accidental prescription overdose, and she dies.
Well, that's what they told us, but I got a good feeling is that
she killed herself.
No, not suicide. Is that the other guy in the room and killed her.
The black guy or?
Not the black guy.
Oh, the guy with the radio that ran out.
Oh no! You know how it's the other campaign.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how he was in the same room as her. I got a good feeling that it's murder.
Maybe, but there was no.
On the third degree.
Meaning, I'm not going to law. I don't take law. Okay, well, yeah, but there's no blood. You just, I don't know. They say maybe a drug overdose, but I don't know. Who is that other guy? Was it?
Paul Giamatti.
No, it wasn't Paul Giamatti. He was the other guy. Max.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, he was the big guy, Paul. Oh yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's good in this movie too. Essentially, his story is that he's working with George Clooney.
He's the senior campaign.
Yeah, he's the senior campaign manager, and Paul Giamatti's the senior campaign manager for the other guy, Paulman. And can't speak. Around the beginning of the movie, Ryan Gosling and Paul Giamatti meet, which they weren't supposed to because they're on different sides. And then this girl named Ida, who's
she works for the New York Times.
Yeah, she works at New York.
Or the Ohio, or I don't know, one of the Times in Ohio.
Yeah, she works for a newspaper, and she learned this from Paul. Ryan Gosling told Philip Seymour Hoffman 2 days later, and then Philip Seymour Hoffman told this girl Ida, and then Ida's threatening to blackmail Ryan Gosling, and now he's just sort of wondering, what the hell do I do? Because Philip Seymour Hoffman wants Ryan Gosling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just summed up the plot of the movie, and Philip Seymour Hoffman gets fired at one point, and then Ryan Gosling takes over, and then Molly dies, and then everything's just going to shit. There are 2 very intense scenes for me that really I just sitting there going, what's going to happen? It's like the scene from Warrior when Joel Edgerton met with Tom Hardy on the beach. The one scene is when Ryan Gosling just storms into Paul Giamatti's office and just I just thought they were going to go at it right there, but
I thought that Ryan Gosling was going to do an Easter egg thing, how he was going to turn into the driver for the drive.
Just drive.
Going to dispose out a straight razor or a hammer, just
and
gets on the ground, put the hammer, bullet in his head.
And the next scene was when practically the scene after was when he meets George Clooney in the
car
in the little deli, and he's sort of George Clooney's pretty much explaining what he did to Molly. And they're sort of and Ryan Gosling has to lie.
Ryan Gosling is extorting him.
Yeah, he's extorting him, and you can see in Ryan Gosling's eye, he is on the verge of tears. Both of their eyes were watering. Those were probably the 2 most intense scenes in the movie for me. I was like, but yeah, this is probably one of my best reviews I've ever done. But yeah, I think it's a very well done film. Ryan Gosling is securing his Best Actor nominations, and possibly winner, maybe. I mean, there's Drive, which I still haven't seen. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it, but that's because I snuck in. Don't tell the Fairview Cineplex ticket holders, or else they might track me down if I go there again.
This is Canada. They don't track us.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
The RCMP's and P4.
It's the JFK thing all over again. Anyways, moving on. I think it's well done. Very well written and very well acted. Who is better, Philip Seymour Hoffman or Paul Giamatti? I say
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
because he's in the movie a little more. George Clooney, he's in the movie for about.
He's a supporting actor. He's more the supporting actor.
He's a supporting role, but he's only in the movie for about 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
He has 15 minutes
maximum screen time. But,
yeah.
But he's also the director and the writer, so he has to do a lot more behind the camera than being on the actual camera.
Yeah. Well, he's also a writer.
Plus, it's also the writing they do before they film it. But if you're a director behind the camera for a drama, you have to give all this motivation. It's not Zoolander how Ben Stiller was able to act really funny while directing his movie.
What about Kevin Costner with Dances with Wolves?
It's same thing as Zoolander. BRB.
Yeah, he'll be right back. And the door is open. You can hear Crooner's parents downstairs. I think it's very good. But I did find it. I kept wondering at one point, is this going to be good? And then after those like intense scenes, that's like halfway through the movie, it really started to get good. Ryan Gosling, he's just an actor who he's getting snubbed a lot. He was snubbed for Blue Valentine and all those. He's right. God, you scared me there. Ow. That hurt. Ooh, you got a light. Ooh, you got a gun in here.
Yeah, I keep all my guns in case the
In case the zombies take over.
Yeah.
So you got some awesome stuff.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording. Out of 10.
Cut that out.
Of course. Whatever. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this a
8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
8 like myself.
It struck me as good, but could have been just a bit better. I mean, the problem is these political dramas are hard to follow for me. I mean, I just don't know anything about American politics, and when I hear all these things like we need the grant from Thompson, I'm like, what does that mean? But maybe that's my fault. But I think it's good for what it's worth. Crooner?
Yeah, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's like the perfect movie which touched my soul.
I'd say it's for George Clooney. It's pretty good. His director and stuff.
Like I would say he was a good director. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets nominated for best director, but I would be surprised if he won best director.
Yeah, me too. It's well directed, I'll give it that. But
yeah, but I would say that for directing, it would have to either come down to Warrior or the other Ryan Gosling movie of Drive, since the director is foreign and French and he's super cool.
Or the director of The Tree of Life. There's still like 10. There's still like 10 Oscar-worthy or 50-50. But yeah, I think it's good for what it's worth. I wouldn't mind watching this again, but I don't think I will. I usually don't watch a movie twice. I sometimes do. Like I watched Harry Potter Part 2 twice. Actually, I watched that 3 times with like a few other friends, and one time on a giant DVD. But good for what it's worth. So it's been a Captain's Duel review, and see you next time.